I'm Steve Johnson, News Director for theDove TV. Check out our other videos and visit our website at thedove.us. Thanks.
Well, this is a very special day because today we have all of the significant people behind Operation Christmas Child in the studio with us, and I am so delighted to have with us today. First of all, we have Nhung Hurst, and you are the Northwest Regional Coordinator, right?
Regional Manager with
Regional
Operation.
Manager,
Yes,
okay.
absolutely.
Operation Christmas Child, and you're down from where? Portland?
We are located actually in Tacoma, Washington.
Tacoma.
Yes.
All right,
and the office oversees the entire Northwest, which includes the states of Alaska, Montana,
Wow.
Idaho, Washington, and Oregon.
You're all over the place.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
We actually boast, although we know we're not supposed to boast in anything but Jesus Christ, but we do boast the largest landmass of any other Operation Christmas Child region.
Wow.
So, yes.
Nice to have you.
Thank you.
Next to Nhung is we have Robert and Barbara Henderson, which is they end up the distribution center, actually the collection center, I should say, in Grants Pass. Nice to have you, Robert and
Nice
Barbara. And next to me here is Wayne and Terry Davis, and you are the Northwest Regional.
We're the Southern Oregon area team coordinators.
All right. Well, they're all here for some really fun things. And Nhung, this has been a remarkable year. It was just incredible the amount of participation this year. Give us a little update. What happened this year?
Well, in 2013, we also marked the 20th year that Operation Christmas Child has been in existence. And with that, we also celebrated the milestone of having delivered the 100th millionth shoebox gift to a child, to actually a little girl in the Dominican Republic. And Franklin Graham would be the first to tell you that in 1993, he had no vision for what the program would evolve to. In fact, it just came upon him by accident. So the fact that 20 years later, in 2013, we are celebrating a 100th millionth child who heard the gospel, no one could have foreseen that. And we do recognize that God's hand was on it. His hand of favor was upon it each and every single year, just with the logistic challenges of how do you collect this many shoebox gifts? How do you then deliver it to, last year, over 100 countries?
Wow.
To that many children?
Wow.
So it was an incredible year. In 2013, we can probably say that this year we will be able to, because of the efforts of you all, the Hendersons, and our 7,500 year-round volunteers in the United States, we'll be sharing the gospel with almost 10 million children.
Isn't that something?
Because of the efforts
Isn't
of
that
2013.
That's just unbelievable.
Incredible.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Robert, nice to have you here. And you've been involved how long?
Since 1998.
98. And that kind of happened by accident.
That really did.
Tell us what happened.
I had a gentleman named Bill Morgan. God had brought him out to work for us from Florida. I met him in Florida. Within a couple months, he wound up working for us. And he said, "Hey, can I do this thing called Operation Christmas, the shoebox ministry?"
Yeah.
And so I said, "Sounds good to me." So he got it started, collected several hundred shoeboxes. I think it was 200 or 300 shoeboxes that first year. Then he had a congestive heart failure and had to move back to be closer to his family in Florida. So I had a choice. This thing's going to die or I'm going to do something with it. So I said, I want to know the heart of the man behind this thing, if I'm going to be involved with it and commit our time to it. Well, I read the book Rebel with a Cause and Living Beyond Your Limits, and my heart was captured. I just wept when I heard those stories of these incredible shoeboxes in the ministry that was going on all around the world. And so I said, we can get behind it. And now it's just, time flies by, and before you know it, we've been doing it for a while now.
Well, that's great. Wayne and Terry,
Yes.
you folks have been a delight to work with, and it's so encouraging. How successful was this year's gathering?
This year was it was the most shoeboxes we've gathered ever.
Really?
And it was a 10% increase over last year, which was just amazing, abundant shoeboxes, really.
Approximately how
we
many?
got a total of 15,496 shoeboxes in Southern Oregon.
Wow.
And it's just an awesome thing to be a part of. And, it's wonderful working with, relay centers like yours and Robert's and Barbara's. It just makes it so easy, really.
Well, just a remarkable story. Over 15,000 boxes.
Yes.
I remember when it was 600. Now it's 15,000.
I know. Isn't
Wow,
that amazing?
it really is something. Well, you have come today to make some special
Yes.
presentations, and we're delighted to that.
Yes, we
and
do.
I'm going to let you kind of steal the show for a few moments and tell us what
Okay.
you're doing here.
Well, we have 2 plaques here and certificates that we want to present on behalf of Samaritan's Purse. And maybe I'll just read them. They're both the same, but I'll read what's written here. It says, presented to Henderson's lineup, Break and RV, and then the other one is theDove Radio and TV. In appreciation for 10 years of partnership with Operation Christmas Child as an official drop-off location, Franklin Graham, Samaritan's Purse. And the verse that's listed here is Matthew 18:5, which says, "And whoever receives one such child in my name receives me."
Wow.
So we thank you for your participation. This is for the Hendersons. Thank you so much, Robert and Barbara. And Perry for theDove. We love you guys. And
Well,
couldn't do it without you.
we are
obviously.
so honored to be a part of this, and I just don't know what the future is going to be. We're looking forward to the 20,000 mark. How's
Right.
that?
Oh, yeah, I love it.
And you know, when you look at the numbers and you look back over 10 years at the rate, that's doable, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so, well, Young, what's in the future? Where are we heading with this project?
Well, I think the heart of it still goes back to what Franklin said in 1993 is we're going to be completely led by how God wants to use us this year. We have what we call these numbers and God-sized goals in mind, but the truth is God is going to do what He's going to do. And right now in the 100+ countries, we are currently distributing those almost 10 million shoeboxes that are collected. So on our international side, the prayers for our international ministry partners and volunteers who are truly often, as Stephen even saw in Ecuador, making the laborious trek 2 hours, 3 hours out to deliver these shoeboxes. So we would pray for their safety. We would pray for shoeboxes to make it through customs. Yeah. That is actually a very challenging aspect in certain countries. So we're actively praying for our international partners there. And domestically here in the U.S. and our 8 other receiving countries, we start again at 0. And that is the humbling fact that we know. We can celebrate these tremendous numbers each year, but it's February and we have 0 shoeboxes, and so our prayer is that with the dedication and faithfulness of our current partners, we are going to do this again, and we are already praying for the children who are going to receive the shoeboxes gathered in 2014.
Wow. Isn't that something?
Yes.
You know, I have to tell you, as you know, we had the incredible fortune of sending Steve Johnson down to Ecuador to be at one of the distribution centers. One of the most incredible moments is when he Skyped in from his phone and he was holding it by his hand out there, riding the bus, going to give the shoeboxes to the children. And I think he was set back by the fact that this is the first time some of those children ever received a present.
It's amazing.
And it's hard to believe that. And they were allowed into the public schools to do that.
Yeah.
And in there is the gospel. Isn't that something?
So awesome.
And there are so many countries where others would say it's closed to the gospel. But again, that's where we rely on the hand of favor of God to say He's allowing, for His purpose, these shoeboxes to make it into countries where it has been challenging before. And so we know it's not just a shoebox gift. There is this tangible love that we are presenting to a child to say, you are not forgotten. You are loved, and we are praying for you, and we are praying for your relationship with Jesus Christ. And the fact that Stephen was able to witness that, it's memorable. And so I appreciate that I was at the Denver Processing Center watching Stephen in Ecuador, and it was just that moment of God. We thank you for the technology that allows us to have this common shared experience, because we know not everybody will get to hand the shoebox to the child, but through Steve, we were able to see that. So that was incredible.
Well, I want to say to our viewers and listeners, I actually received this, and I'm sure Robert and Barbara do this. We received this on behalf of all of you that packed the box.
Yes.
And the stories that we got, I'm sure you got some too, Robert, where the families would come in and the little children that went to such detail packing those boxes, praying over those boxes, coming in. The stories were just phenomenal. So thank you again, Young. Delighted to have you.
Thank you.
And Wayne and Terry, thank you for all that you do.
Thank
Bob,
you.
I consider partnering with you an honor. So we look forward to 2014. We got to push through 15,000. Let's get it up to about 18,000 next year. How's that?
At least, yeah.
All
That'd
right.
be wonderful.
Thank you all for coming in. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you.